It's the Spotter Stand Live, starring BSR Pockets, BSR Hot Rod, BSR Momo, BSR Joba, BSR Scar, BSR SR5, Eddie D, featuring BSR Wings, Bubba J, Vince Conway, BSR Rugrat, Gear, Big Vito, Palmion, Randy Seeley, musical guest, BSR Mayhem, and your host, BSR Texan. Ladies and gentlemen, BSR Texan.
All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Spotter Stand All-Star Week edition. Short crew with us here in the booth so far tonight. It's just myself, BSR Hot Rod, and BSR SS Joba. How you guys doing this evening?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, doing great. I see Vito out there already chiming in the chat. Good to see you, Vito. Thanks for checking in with us. We ought to have a pretty quick show tonight. We're just going to go over the All-Star Week and bonus points for you guys, because this was a bonus point week. A lot of bonus points given out in all three of these races all week long. So let's just go ahead and get it kicked off here. We've got the All-Star schedule up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night, all on the same schedule. Charlotte, all 3 nights, Truck, Cup, and Xfinity. And I better not forget, we got to go over the team series we ran Saturday night as well. What's up, Mike Coulong? I see you out there, man. Good to see you. We're going to be talking about you and Sean both here a little bit tonight. Both you guys gathered up some bonus points this week. Great to have you racing with us, and glad to see you already making your way into this bonus point board here. We still got half a season to go, and you'll have a lot of chance to collect some more bonus points before we head off into the chase in the fall. You ready to go, Larry? Have you got your stuff up and ready?
I'm always ready.
All right, well, let's start out with Wednesday night's Truck Series in Charlotte. Let's go over our race results from Wednesday night's race.
User entered your channel.
Howdy, Rugrat.
Hello.
So, Texan gets a win. Joba's second, Bubba J third, Pockets fourth, Mayhem rounds out the top 5 to the All-Star Week.
And not that it matters, but look who led the most laps there. 77 laps led. Mayhem finishing in 5th, led 38 laps as well. And look at Sean Fredericks, 1 spot off the bonus point position here on Wednesday night in the trucks, finishing up in 6th place. So these races didn't count towards regular season points, only bonus points this week for the All-Star Week. So we'll get to that section here at the end after we cover all 3 nights of this. So there's your points getters right there, and it is 3 points to the winner, 2 points to second place, and 1 point to the rest of the top 5. So I picked up 3, SS Joba 2, Bubba J, Pockets, and Mayhem all picked up 1 bonus point here. Let's go over to Thursday night, the very next race here. Looks like I took the pole Wednesday night and Thursday night. Yeah, it looks like I took the pole on Friday night as well. No, excuse me. Wednesday night, Mike Coulong took the pole. And just he missed the top 5. I had a little bad luck at one point in that race. Did have a really fast truck, though. on Wednesday night. Him and Sean both did. So I took the pole, looks like Thursday and Friday night in the Cup and the Xfinity Series. Looks like I took the win Thursday night as well. Let's look at the results here from Thursday night's Cup race.
Yes, Thursday night, Texan wins. Mike Coulon gets second. Joba third. Sean Fredericks finished fourth, and Mayhem rounds out top 5.
So there's your bonus points getters for Thursday night for the Cup Series. Mike Coulon and Sean Fredericks, a couple of new guys just started racing with us here in the last month, both picking up bonus points toward their chase here in the Cup Series. Mike with a second place finish, picking up 2 bonus points, and Sean with that 4th place finish picking up 1 bonus point. And man, I got to say, Mike had a fast car, really fast car. Thursday night, he had the best long run setup by far. We had some green flag runs, green flag stops toward the later half of this race. I think we had 2 green flag stops before the end of this race, and it did finish under green. SS and I were running pretty close. Mike actually was running right there with us for most of those whole green flag stops. Mike was able to pass both myself and SS Joba at the end of that first long green flag run with about 10 laps of fuel left to go. My car, SS's car, both started dropping off a little bit, and Mike was still fast. He was able to get by both of us and pulled about a 1 second gap on myself before we pitted. In that long run stretch, Mike unfortunately I guess he had a little trouble in the pits because you and I, SS, I think we came out pretty close to one another.
Yeah, we were right on top of each other.
Yeah, and Mike come out about 5 seconds or so, 5.5 seconds behind us, and man, he made up that entire 5 seconds. He was able to make up, what is it? It's about a 30 lap run, I believe, in the Cup Series, somewhere in that range, around 30
I think that's
laps.
where we were. Yep.
He made up that 5 seconds, was able to get by SS Joba, and at one point he made it to within 0.3 of a second, less than half a second behind me. He just had to really use up those tires, obviously making up 5 seconds on the track. And, I was worried there for a minute. He got up to 0.3 on me, and I was worried he was just going to have enough still left to pass me and take that win away. But apparently he used up enough of that tire catching us, and once he got to about 0.3, that's as close as he was able to get. And as you can see, he dropped back just a little bit more, only finishing just over a second behind me in second place. And SS just over 3 seconds behind me. I see Mike chiming in the chats out there. Looks like he overshot the pits is what he did. So a little bit of trouble getting into the pits, overshot, and that'll do it, man. A couple seconds is a big deal on the track. So we're going to have to look out for Mike come Thursday night when we run this coming week at Charlotte, because it will be Charlotte all week again this week. But these will be the points races, actual points.
And the worst part about that is I don't think there's anything I can do to my set to get any better. I really don't. I mean, the set is pretty darn good and ran us down on that long run. So, I mean, I have to try to do something.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that there's not much I can do. I can maybe take a little wedge out of it, maybe loosen it up just a hair, but not much. There's not a whole lot I can do. I do have another setup that I could run. It's really loose coming off of turn 4. So I run that risk. There's about a 5 to 10 lap stretch there between 5 laps and 15 laps into the run where it's extremely loose coming off of turn 4. So, it's fast. It might be a little bit faster than the setup that I ran this last week, but, do I want to take that chance of spinning out off the corner to be able to maybe be a little faster and possibly keep up with Mike on Thursday night? I don't know. I'll have to get some practice in and see if I feel comfortable running that other setup or not. I'll probably go with the same thing I ran this week in the All-Star race. Just be safe. Top 5 finish is better than wrecking out and finishing in the back. That's for sure.
All I'm going to tell you is there's somebody absent in all 3 of these. It's going to be a major factor come this week.
Who was that?
The person that got wrecked in all 3 freaking races this week.
Well, he's not absent. He's in there. I see him 99 laps down in 11th place in the Cup Series. Looks like you didn't get wrecked. That's a gearbox. Well, maybe that gearbox failed.
I got flipped upside down.
Yeah.
I blew 3rd gear, but I got flipped upside down. So when I retired, that's what it gave me was a gearbox. I was about 900 mile an hour slow, and I didn't want to get in anybody's way.
Hopefully I didn't flip you over. I don't know what happened to you, but hopefully it wasn't me.
Wasn't you? Not you were Friday.
I got you Friday?
Yeah, don't you remember? You drove into the back of me going in the corner.
Yeah.
Toasted the whole back of my car.
Speaking of Friday, let's go to Friday night's All-Star race in the Xfinity. That was a hell of a race. Mike, if you're still out there watching, you and Sean, I wish you guys could have showed up for that one. The last 10 laps of Friday night's race, it could not have been a better race. Matter of fact, I think you were watching a little bit of that, Mike. I think I saw you chime in on my stream Friday night, watching some of that. That was an awesome race between myself, Pockets, and SS Joba. That last 10 laps, man, that was a lot of fun. Side by side, swapping positions, racing for the win and the bonus points. It couldn't get any better than that.
Yeah, the thing was, it was a 15-lap run, and everybody had fresh tires, and there was no saving them tires for a 15-lap run, and it showed. It was pretty cool.
Thank you, Chris Hurd. See you chiming in out there. Appreciate it, buddy. We got a whole nother week of Charlotte coming up, so we're going to have some more great racing. A lot of fun this week. Let's take a look here at our race results from Friday night's Xfinity race at Charlotte.
Yes, Mr. Joba with the win. Pockets pulls off 2nd place. Texan 3rd. The rookie in 4th. And Big Vito rounds out the top 5.
Hey, look at that. The rookie and Big Vito, I believe those are their first bonus points on Friday night. So I believe the rookie, Palmian, already had some bonus points in the Cup Series. That's going to be his first bonus point, I think, on Friday night. Same thing with Vito. Vito was mentioning on Friday. I think that was his first top 5 finish. And that's a great race to have a top 5 finish in. Bonus point race. So you got a bonus point towards your chase for that top 5 finish as well. SS picking up the big 3 here, and Pockets with 2. The bonus points are pretty close in the Cup and in the Xfinity Series both. They're still really close, coming up on halfway through the season. These races we're coming to next week will be the last race of the Cup and the Xfinity segment 1. So we're right at the halfway point of the regular season on the Cup and the Xfinity Series. And before we get over to Saturday night, let's go and just remind everybody right quick of the standings on all 3 of these series. First, we'll go to the Truck Series.
Speaking of standings, before you start running through them, I do have all the bonus points tallied for the Cup and the Xfinity for the segment. So that's all. That'll all be done if you do that Friday or Saturday, whenever you want next week.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's going to be on next week's Spotter Stand. We'll have some extra bonus points going out next week as well, on top of the race win bonus points. We're going to have the segment bonus points, and then also our attendance bonus points will be added on there. So it looks like in this truck series, we're close to halfway through, but there's only one segment in the truck because the season is so much shorter. So quite a few races to go here before we get to the end of this segment and the chase. Looks like I've got a pretty good lead over Pockets, 34 points. Eddie D in third, down by 46. Hot Rod in fourth, down by 54, and Mayhem in fifth place, down by 58. Gear Jammer right behind him, only down by 93. Palmian in there down by 97. And we will be at Charlotte this week in the trucks. This will be a points race this week that will count towards these overall standings. And Sean, if you're out there watching, you can see your name is lit up white there now. So Mayhem got in, and or not Mayhem, Hot Rod got into the points and took care of your name that you were racing before. You made the switch, and everything is settled in there now. It should show you if we check. Looks like only the one race so far on Wednesday night. I thought Sean had been in more than one race. Oh, that's right.
No, not on Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, he's been in more than one race, but the second one was the All-Star race, which didn't go towards these points right here. So,
Yeah, but Thursday night he's ran 2 weeks with us.
right.
The trucks he only ran the one race.
So let's go over here to the Thursday night Cup Series. Coming up on the last race of segment 1. Looks like I've got a 29-point lead over Mayhem, who, as we all remember, has missed one race this season. So had been at that one, he would probably be in the lead right now, getting that 2 bonus points as we finish up the segment, more than likely, this coming up week. Hot Rod in third, down by 32. Palmian in fourth, down by 71, and Eddie D rounding out the top 5, down by 103. And on Friday night, the Xfinity Series, I've got the lead there as well, 25 points over Hot Rod, 38 over third place Eddie D. Palmian in fourth, down by 44, and Gear Jammer rounding out the top 5, down by 70. Now Palmian 44. That puts him 6 points behind Eddie D. Now, I know these two guys, Eddie D and Palmian, they've got a little rivalry going. They're always racing right near each other, although Eddie D has stepped his game up quite a bit here in the last few weeks. I think all of you guys have probably noticed, just like I have, Eddie D has definitely stepped his game up. He's been running pretty well the last few weeks.
If Eddie D runs the same setup that he ran last Friday, this Friday, you might want to look out for him to win the race.
Yeah, he's running SS's set, I believe. SS is
yes, absolutely.
Very fast setup for the CTS physics at Charlotte. So, yeah, Palmian's going to have his work cut out for him. 6 points is doable, though, in one race for him to try to take over that third spot before we head off into segment 2 in this series.
Your set's no slouch there either.
It's not bad, but I don't think it was quite as good as yours. Myself and who was it? Mayhem. I remember Wednesday night we were drafting together up at the front, and you and Hot Rod had come out of the pits under green flag 7 seconds behind us, somewhere in that range. And it was 2 of us, 2 of you. And you guys made up about 4 of those 7 seconds on us before Hot Rod blew up. And then you had nobody to draft with, started falling off after that. But, yeah, I think I can hang with you. There's no doubt about that. But whether I've got something for you for the win, I think I'll have to be in front of you at the end of that race and just try to block you. That's about the only chance I'm
it's going to depend on how many laps we've got on our tires when that race is coming to an end, too.
All I'm gonna say is if Wednesday and Friday can finish under green, I am definitely keeping my money on Joba to be one of the top 3 cars for sure.
I appreciate that.
And as long as I don't get wrecked, I'll be right there with him, pushing him around again too. And it definitely works out better if I'm pushing you than you pushing me.
So let's go over and talk about Saturday night right quick. Saturday Night Team Series Season 41. 4 races in to this series now, and Aftershock did what they had to do this last week. They were behind by 11, 12 points in third place. I believe going into this week,
11.
They were 11 back.
11. So Yingling had the lead going into this week. The Mafia, Black Car Mafia, was in second place, only down by 3 points. And Aftershock was back by 11 points in third place. Aftershock finally picking up a win in the team series, 4 races in. And I believe SSU led the most laps along with that win. So maximize the points for your team. That was a hell of a race. There for a while, we had one of all 3 teams on the lead draft. They're coming up towards the later part of that race. It was you, me, and Pockets were all 3 on the lead draft, and you
Not
had
Pockets, Momo.
Momo. Yeah, that's right. Pockets wasn't here Saturday night, was he?
No, he was not.
Yeah. So Momo had some trouble. He had to pull off a lap early, pit by himself, and ended up dropping back. I think he had some trouble in the pits. Actually ended up lap down, but still managed to pull off, I believe, a third place finish for his team.
Yes. I tried to get him at the end, just didn't make it there.
And Larry had come back. You know, both you and I had teammates helping us out. You had 2 of your teammates there that were helping you out at the end of that race. Even though they were lapped down, they were still able to get with you.
Eddie D and Randy both came back to help me out there.
Yeah, they were both able to get back there and help you draft and stay up in the front of that pack. So let's take a look at our results here from Saturday night. SS Joba did get the win for the Aftershock team, and he did lead the most laps, 49 of them. Brought home 48 points for that Aftershock team. Yeah, they needed that badly. Yingling did finish in second place. So we brought home 43 points for the Yingling team. That means Aftershock made up 5 points on the leaders. And they also made up 1 point they made up 6 points on the Mafia. Black Car Mafia, Momo did manage a third place finish for his team, saving the fuel. Momo was about to run out of fuel, was able to save just enough to stay under full power all the way across the line, which is what kept him ahead of Hot Rod, because Hot Rod would have taken that third place spot from him if he had even started to sputter.
Didn't I pull him into that? I pulled him into that third place spot.
Yes, Joba, and one of Joba's teammates
Eddie.
and one of Momo's teammates pushed them by me by myself. I was running it by myself, pretty much. I hung with them though.
Yeah, I brought Momo by.
Yeah.
Because Yingling was in first, but I'll tell you what, I had all the help in the world because both teams had said they'd help me as long as the other one didn't win. So I was in a pretty good spot for a while there.
Yes, and I almost got back by Momo at the line. If it would have been Talladega, Momo would have finished 4th because, yeah. I just needed another 10 feet to get by him.
So this is going to squeeze the points up quite a bit here in this team series. I think that puts us 1 more point out from second place. We went probably from 3 to 4. Let's take a look at the standings here. And the Yingling team still holding the lead and did stretch 1 more point over the Black Car Mafia. So they're down by 4 points in second place. But Aftershock making up 5 points on the leaders and 6 points on second place. So they're now in third, only down by 6. So that shortened the gap quite a bit from 11.
More manageable.
Yeah, from 11 points back to 6 points back. So 4 races in, 6 races left to go in this 41st season of the Saturday Night Team Series. Still anybody's championship this season. There's nobody. I think it's going to be back and forth the whole rest of this season. It's going to be close like this.
Mr. Joba, how's it feel to finally get a win in the elusive CTS truck in the team series?
Oh, I've won in the trucks before on the super speedways.
Not in the team series you haven't, and especially not Daytona, because normally you blow up at Daytona.
Oh, yeah. I guess it feels pretty good. I mean, I don't mind the trucks. I prefer Cup at the super speedway. But that doesn't mean I can't run a truck here.
Oh yeah, I know you can run a truck there, but just lately there for a long time you've been just blowing up at Daytona in a truck for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know
You
what
just
way.
had horrible luck there. So, but you'll be happy to know we're back in the Cup next week at Talladega.
So let's go ahead and go take a look at our bonus points right quick, how everybody stands right now. First points up are going to be the Truck Series points. And, man, there's something going on here in this Truck Series. I don't know who this Texan guy is, but 12 bonus points, really? He's already in the double digits in the Truck Series. What's going on with that?
Yep. Just keep chasing yourself, pal. It'll come back and get you. Wait and see. Mark my words.
Well, we got a couple of drivers in here.
You'll end up blowing fourth gear in the last race of the chase and cost yourself the championship again. Something like that.
Well, if that's what happens, and that's what was meant to be, the racing gods will throw at us what they do. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, can this be right? Let me just count this up just to make sure. So in the wins, I've got 4 wins, but only 3 showing in the winner's box because one of them was the Texas race. So 3 points there. We go to the AK Daytona. There's 1 point. The Daytona top 5, there's 2 more. It's a total of 6. And then you go down to the All-Star race. I took the win there, which brings me up to 9. And then winning that spring Texas race with the 3 bonus points there takes it up to 12. So I guess that is right. 12 bonus points. This is the only series that there's such a big gap like this at the moment. The other 2 are very close so far in the bonus points. But right now you got Mayhem, Pockets, and SS Joba all tied with 4 bonus points. Momo and Scar have both got 3 bonus points. Eddie D has got 2. Bubba J has got 2. And it's like nobody in there with just a single bonus point thus far. So this is pretty much it for this series. We got the fall Texas race where there'll be some more bonus points handed out. And then at the end of the season, before we start the chase, the segment bonus points that will be handed out. Other than race wins, that's the only bonus points left up for grabs in this truck series. So we'll see how the rest of this season falls in the truck series. Hopefully some of these other guys will come in, get some victories, and pull off some bonus points and make this gap a little bit smaller right here. Mayhem, if he's able to show up on the Wednesday nights, I wouldn't be surprised to see him get up there. And we know SS he's liable to get one more this Wednesday with that great set he's got for the CTS Physics at Charlotte. So we'll see how things go.
You do know that the Cup and Xfinity only have 1 bonus race left too, right?
They've got segment bonus points as well.
There's bonus points up for grabs at Charlotte?
Well, you got the race win bonus point up for grabs
okay.
at Charlotte. So let's go take a look at the Xfinity Series bonus points right quick. So we do still have, just like the Texas fall race, this one it will be Michigan that will be your bonus point. And
which is only a couple weeks away.
Then we have segment 1, segment 2, and full season bonus points that will be handed out as well. So with this being the last race of segment 1, there's going to be a bonus point given out to the winner of the race. So there's one bonus point. At the end of this segment, the leader at the end of segment 1 is going to get 2 bonus points. The rest of the top 5 are all going to get 1 bonus point at the end of segment 1. And then we will also be adding in the race attendance bonus points. So everybody who has been in a race so far
We'll get a bonus point.
yeah, you'll get, if you may, it's 11 races for this.
No. In the yes, in
Xfinity
Xfinity's
series.
11. That's correct.
So if you made 6 out of 11, you're going to get 11 bonus points, as though you had been at every single race. If you made less than 6, you only made 5 races, you're going to get 5 bonus points for those 5 races that you showed up to. So everybody that's been in a race so far will have at least 1 bonus point, and then this totals bonus point box will have several more names on it. Anybody who hasn't gotten a bonus point so far for one of these bonus point races or actually won a race, their attendance points will be added in there. So that list will get a little bit longer, and we got some work to do on these bonus points after this next week. Not only the race win, but the segment and the attendance bonus points. So it'll take a little longer for me to edit these at the end of this week before we come to next week's spotter stand. But you can see our top 5 from the All-Star race in the Xfinity Series. SS Joba earning the 3 bonus points. Pockets finishing in second place, getting the 2 bonus points. Myself, Palmian, and Big Vito all earning 1 bonus point on Friday night. So if you look over here in the totals box, it's a lot closer right here. It looks like we've actually got a tie right now for first place in Xfinity. Myself and Pockets have both got 8 bonus points in this Friday night series. SS Joba right behind us with 7 bonus points. And then it's the next gap back is going to be Mayhem and Bubba J. Both have 3 bonus points. Gear Jammer and Eddie D have both got 2 bonus points. And you've got Momo, Hot Rod, and Palmian all in there with 1 bonus point so far. So everybody's name will be on that totals list after this week's racing. And yeah, that list will get a little longer. We'll be halfway through our Xfinity season, getting into segment 2 the week after that. So let's go check out the Cup Series. And the Cup Series All-Star, I did take the victory, got the 3 bonus points there. Mike Coulon finished in second place, picks up 2 bonus points towards his chase for that second place finish. That's going to go a long way right there. SS Joba, Sean Fredericks, and BSR Mayhem all picking up 1 bonus point for the rest of the top 5. And again, in this totals over here, it's very close in this Cup Series. I got the lead, it looks, by 1 point. I have 9 bonus points. Mayhem has got 8 bonus points. SS Joba right there behind us with 7 bonus points. And then Pockets right behind him with 6 bonus points. Next you have to go to Hot Rod with 3. Then you got Mayhem, Mike Coulon, and Bubba J have all got 2 bonus points. Sean Fredericks and Palmian have got 1 bonus point. I mean, that's shout out to Mike Coulon there for that second place finish in that All-Star race, because he's just been here for a few races and a few weeks now, and he is already tied with several drivers and ahead of several drivers as far as bonus points go. Like I said, those 2 bonus points can go a long way. Now that's going to change when we end this week and those attendance points are added in. A lot of the drivers, this Cup Series had 13 races, so a little over half would be about 7. So if you made 7 out of the 13, you'll get 13 bonus points for your attendance. If you made less than 7, however many races you showed up to, That's how many bonus points you're going to pick up. So Mike already getting ahead of the game here with 2 bonus points towards his chase. He will be a little short in this segment 1 on attendance bonus points, but he still will get a few bonus points for attendance. And if his car runs as good as it did this week in the All-Star race, I wouldn't be surprised to see Mike pick up a win on Thursday night in the Cup Series. And that'll give him 1 more bonus point, bringing him up to 3 before we add in his attendance bonus
User
points.
disconnected from your
So,
channel.
Once again, this
User
week
entered your channel.
is going to be the last week of segment 1 for the Cup and the Xfinity Series. So all these bonus points are going to be tallied up, and I would imagine for the lead it's still going to be pretty close.
I think the racing is going to be out of control. Everybody's had that's worked on this last week, and I expect nothing but some awesome racing coming up this next.
Oh yeah, we had some good racing this week. Wednesday night, wasn't too bad. Thursday night was some great racing, and Friday night was outstanding racing on Friday night. So that's one good thing about running 2 weeks in a row at Charlotte. You know what you got, and you know what you're up against. So, anybody who may need to do a little bit of work knows exactly what they're up against already to try to make any changes, do anything that they can to have a little bit better race. Of course, for Hot Rod, he doesn't necessarily need to work on the setups. He just got to make it through the races and not have the bad luck that he had this past week. Of course, Gear Jammer, I think, was in pretty much the same boat that you were there, Hot Rod. He had a terrible week as well.
Yep.
Had some bad luck. Gear also had some, he had a good set on Wednesday night.
Right.
And on Friday night.
He was right with us at Friday night. We're coming down to the end of that.
Yeah.
Lapsed out, but he was right with us.
Yeah, he had pit stops on Friday, got him.
Yeah, and he was right there, had a bird's eye view of all that racing, and he did a great job. He led off several times just to let us battle it out and let us race with it. But had he wanted to, had he been on the lead lap, he had the truck or the car. He could have been up there battling for one of those positions as well if he were on the same lap. So hopefully his luck will go a little bit better this week also, and he'll have some good racing Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday night.
I'm looking forward to it.
So that's about all we got for you guys this week. All-Star races are behind us. We're about to finish up segment 1, and another week of Charlotte Motor Speedway coming up, and we will be back in the Cup cars in the Saturday Night Team Series. Is that right, Larry?
Yep, Talladega.
So Saturday night, Talladega in the Cup cars. Charlotte the rest of the week. So appreciate all you guys out there in the chat, everybody who tuned in. I see you out there, Vito, Mike, Chris Hurd. Appreciate you guys tuning in with us here live for the Spotter Stand. And thanks to you, Hot Rod, SS, and Rugrat. Appreciate you joining us in here and helping out tonight. And we'll see all you guys on the track Wednesday night at Charlotte.
You're welcome.
Man.
Anytime.